Okay, good morning. So we are doing today's update is the 17th of August. Last update was mid of last week. You can find it on Twitter, on the Twitter feed. So we start on this daily or weekly chart. We still see this impulsive move that was quite aggressive on the way up. We called a long in this area. We had this flag or this kind of flag that was building or whatever we call it. We broke under it and came back to retest it. That's what we have been expecting in the previous video. So we went here short USD, so we have been long Euro USD at this time. Then we have been hoping or expecting to see this 2360 fib retest, and that's exactly what happened. And that's when we get long again USD. So we went short Euro USD. That was on Friday, exactly on Friday. So we touched this 2360 fib to the pip and we bounced from it. Now we are in between everything. So not in between everything, but in between this area and the potential next test of this previous wedge. So I would love to see again a test of this area, and that's probably that 38.2 fib. That would be great at 94.45. That would be really awesome, together with this 1272 extension of this ABC formation that we have been using. Concerning this ABC formation, it's important to note that we had the first close, I already said it last week, first close and one open above the 61.8 for the first time on a daily basis. If we look on the weekly, we are still not closing above it. I would love to see a weekly close above it, a retest of this area, and then we would fly to the next step. On the way up, if I'm not wrong, so I am playing both sides, as you know now. The long side with light trades and the short side with heavy sides. So I would love to see this close above, come back inside, and then we would run to this area. That's what we are looking for, and I really hope we can get it. We see now we had those two trend line to here, and we are now again above those one. Concerning a little bit inside, what happened this morning is that, so you see, we call that one, we call that short, and now I just call this one on Friday. Took a short this morning, short Euro USD on the back test of this 1140 fib. So this 1140 fib is measuring the actual move up. Well, the previous move up, but it's measuring this move from there to there. And that's where we stop. At the same time, we had a double green level on the Euro USD, as I posted on Twitter, and that's why I took a long scalp here. If we move that, you see we have been using this one and the fib, so I use this one, took a long scalp, and that's what I am doing now. So now I am short from here on Euro USD and long from there on the scalp. I still have some trade from there, and this one I will just handle it as a scalp. We see that we had a nice impulsive move, which is showing us that the crowd want to be long Euro USD, want to be short USD in general on that move up. But I still think we should see lower. I still think we should go lower, which is the same view as we have here on the DXY. So the idea would be, if we are not wrong, of course, would be that we would break this high and probably double top. That's the next big step. Double top with the previous highs here. That's what I would love to see. And probably in this area, we will get short again, which is about 93.42. On DXY, I will get short USD there. And that's exactly where we have the 78.6 fib of this ABC move up. So we could do that. We need a catalyzer. Probably today we could get that. We have some US data or in the end, by the end of this week. But what I would like to see, I would like to see this going up before the end of the month or before the first week of September, so that we would be already there and then we could turn lower again, which is what we look for. The reason why is this impulsive move up we had. I already said it many times, but such an impulsive move up, you see we have been struggling there, then we started to move and we have this big impulsive move up. This one should normally lead to test at least the 1-to-1 and perhaps the 1-to-72 extension. Anyway, as soon as we will close clearly on a weekly base, close and open above the 61.8 here, the next step will be automatically this one. At the same time, we would have closed and opened nicely above the 236 fib, which is posting as a next step this 38.2 fib at 94.45. So that's what I would love to see, and what the state of the art would be, of course, to come in this area together with this trend line that was the one that has been stopping the price here, and that would create a wonderful confluence in this area together with the trend line and the 38.2 fib or the 1-to-72 extension. So this is really that would be a perfect entry in this area. Really that's what I would love to see. So we are on a weekly chart now looking at this. So we would need to go up, or perhaps just come here, spike a little bit above the trend line, posting a phase break out of this retest of trend line, and then come back. Just to remember where we are on the big time frame. We have this huge multi-year trend line from 2011 with two touches here. We had the third touch here. We bounced a little bit and then we broke through it. We have a first retest, then we expect to see a second retest and probably a continuation. At the same time, we would have this impulsive move down, this move down. If you look at it, we would have this consolidation here that could be the flag, retest of that, and then we would be pointing for the next step at 79. First area would be 84, 84, 94, let's say 85, and then we would have to see the 80 area, or perhaps even lower if that's confirmed. So that's what we are looking for with this big monthly ABC. As soon as this top is respected, if we would stop higher on the 38.2, then we would need to change this ABC with a new high here, probably a double top there. That would be fantastic. And then we would have those levels, 85. Then we would come from 85 to 86, and we would have the 1-to-1 at nearly 81. So that's why we have those area here showing the 61.8 and the 1-to-1 of this extension. So if we go now a little bit more on shorter time frame, let's move that. So that's where we are. We touched this back test of this inside wedge. We back tested it, came back under it, pull back again from the 61.8. You see how well it has been respected. And then we came back here to the 38.2 and 236. What I like a lot is that we respected at the same time the 236 and 38.2 of this move. So that's confirming the validity of this ABC. We could probably, on a move down, even retest the 236 here and then bounce from it. But I think we will stay above this 38.2. But that's what we will see in the next hour. We have some US data later, so still looking for that to come back here. We would have the 78.6 together with this thing, with this trend line or wedge top, and that would be, of course, with another confluence. So you see, we would be at 93.44, and and that's of course where we have this double top. So that's really a perfect perfect confluence of support, resistances, trend line, and fib, and everything. And at the same time, of course, we will look at the Euro USD and get the right thing we need. I mean, the level we need to get long, which is what we want to do. In this case, if DXY would go where we just show, we would break these lows and we would come inside this area probably, or a little bit lower. We will check that when we will have the euro, when we will have that move done. So we need to break this double green level first, which was the first flow we had. So it's a strong area, we need to break it. If we would have some good US data today, that would help to break that one, and then we would need to break this one too. At the same time, we have this fib we are using. They are very accurate so far. So we see we have the trend line, the retest of the big trend line I just shown, the DXY, which is the same here on Euro USD, of course. It's just an inverted mirror effect of this price situation. We touch it, we went short here. Now we bounce from there because we had a double green I just showed and the DXY fib. And you see at the same time we have this red line, which is a daily or the block bottom we have there. So that's why we have this. We need to come back, break that down. And in this case, we are using this black ABC fib together with the green one. And you see the next big level would be around 116.83 to 116.75. That's what we would be looking at if we could break that, meaning if DXY would do what we expect, breaking higher and going to this double top.